Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm going to be doing a flip through of my first week in my December daily album. And I have a few unboxings, I'll link them down below, with some of the different products that I'm using this month. I am working in a 6x8 album from Felicity Jane. I showed this in my Holly unboxing. Really nice quality album. I won't be putting anything on the outside. I know some girls kind of decorate the outside. I do plan on putting some kind of charm or marker or something on the spine. That way when it's on the shelf I can kind of see what year it's from, but I plan on just leaving it fairly simple. So I have stuck with primarily using pocket pages, and that seems to be working for me this year. I've already gotten way more done than I have ever, so I'm excited about that. And so I wanted to pop in and just kind of show you how I've been working through it to kind of inspire you guys and give you guys some ideas. I don't know that I'll be doing weekly flip throughs. We'll kind of see as I go through the project. I have seen a lot of you asking what December daily is. I know a lot of you come to my channel for Bible journaling, and so a lot of this might just be new to you. It was fairly new to me. The last couple years I've attempted it and failed. So this year I'm already further than I've been in past years. December daily is a documenting project for the month of December. There's a couple different ways to do it. I would suggest searching December Daily on YouTube, watching some videos. You can check out Allie Edwards' site. I will link that down below. Allie Edwards is kind of the brain or the starter of this idea of December Daily, though there are lots of other ways of doing this project. So it kind of just works with how you want to do it. I'm doing photos and stories, and you can either do, you know, the 1st through the 25th, so just up till Christmas. Some people go the 1st of December all the way to the 31st of December. Some people do, you know, each day. So December 1st, they only document things that happen on that day. Others do it as like 25 or 31 stories that happen throughout the month and don't necessarily have to coincide with the date. So you can kind of just be flexible in how you do it. I am trying to stick pretty much to the date, but on dates where I don't have anything going on, then I'll just tell a general holiday story and something, and I'll kind of explain. I have a couple entries like that. And do it that way. I'm trying to go for simple. You don't have to actually sit down and do the page that day. I usually kind of wait a couple days, and that way I have several photos and stories to print out all at once. That way I'm not printing every day and trying to create every day. This is a project I'm okay with it being, you know, not on that day that I do the documenting. So here is my cover page, and like I said, I'm using a variety of products from my December, the Wild Hare Kit that I got, with a lot of Merry Days products, and then also Holly from Felicity Jane, and then I have a mixture of other stuff. So I do have a process video for these first 3 pages, and I'll link that down below for you guys. I show how I put together this cover page. And this just kind of is the intro, the first page that you see when you come in the book. Back here I have a calendar. This is a free printable that I created. I'll link it down below for you guys if you want to print that out. And here I just want to kind of visually mark the days that we have special things going on. No details, no specifics, but just at a glance I can see what days we had special events and things that we did. And yeah, just kind of a fun filler page, but you can do that however you want with a calendar. For my album, I did decide to go ahead and do a reason why page, and this is just a way of telling the story or explaining my reason for doing this project this month. The idea is that in the future, as I go back and look at this, or my kids go back and look at it, they can kind of just have this documentation of Christmas from my point of view. So I kind of talk about my reason why. Again, I have these pages in the process video. I'll link it down below. And you can see I do a mixture of, like, this is not in a pocket page, and then this is in a pocket page. So I'm going to have a variety of things like that in this album. So here's a look at day 1 and day 2. And for the first day, December 1st, we didn't have a whole lot going on, so I didn't have a lot of photos. And I am working on the back of this 6x8 pocket page. And so we had bought a whole bunch of cookies for the boys' soccer team, and then their soccer game got canceled because of the weather. So we had all of these Christmas themed sugar cookies in the house. And so as I sat down to kind of catch up on some projects on December 1st, it was super tempting to have all of this cookie in my house. So I just told a story about, you know, this is the start of the crazy month of food. It's going to be all the sweets, all the treats, all the fun things. And so I blew up this giant photo of the cookies, and then in Photoshop I actually did my journaling directly on the photo. So I'll be doing a mixture of that this month. This here is a rub-on transfer from Tim Holtz. I'll try to remember to link everything down below for you guys. And then these numbers, I'm going to try to consistently stick with these gold chipboard numbers. These are from Felicity Jane. I'm not sure that these are maybe sold out, but I will link them down below if they're still available. So I am going to number things even if it isn't necessarily the story for that day. I'm going to kind of look at it as 31. I am going to go through the whole month of December. For day 2, this is actually December 2nd. So I have this piece here is some pattern paper and some cardstock. This is from my December kit from the Wild Hare Kits. I mixed in some tissue packing paper that I got from Target this year. It was in this fun buffalo plaid that, you know, is on the front of the album, and some cards and things like that. And this is a piece from Merry Days. I just created a template in Photoshop and then did my journaling on that and printed it out. That way it was shaped like this. I don't plan on doing any computer tutorials for a lot of this stuff. You can YouTube, you know, how to make shaped text boxes and things like that. And I'm just trying to grow my Photoshop skills through this project as well. So I'm kind of experimenting. So on the back here is where I told the story for day 2. Day 2 was a Sunday, and so we were on our way to church. And in the story, I kind of talk about my struggle with, I'm one of those live in the moment kind of girls. You see me at a concert, I'm not one of those that has my phone recording the concert. My phone is in my purse, it's turned off, and I am just enjoying the concert. And I know not everybody's like that, and so it's kind of awkward for me this month to try to take more photos because it's just not natural for me, especially something like this. This is a photo of my boys. On the way to church, we stopped at Starbucks to get some cookies and treats and things. And as they sat down, they both sat down back to back in one chair. And I have identical twin boys. They are 11. And it was a really cute moment. And normally I would look at that and go, oh, what a cute moment. And then I would move on. I would feel awkward pulling my camera out and taking pictures of them in the middle of Starbucks. But I knew I was doing this project. I'm trying to be intentional about, you know, documenting more memories. So I went ahead, took a picture, and you can see this look on Connor's face. This is how he feels about it, because it's even awkward for them, for me to have my camera out and be taking pictures of a moment like this. And so it'll be kind of funny to see how that plays out over the next month. And then I, on the way out to church, just said, hey, like, we're all dressed decent. We're on the way to church. Let's stop real quick, take a photo in the backyard, and just document this moment. And so it will be nice to come back and just have documented photos of them during this year. And as I go forward years on from now doing this project, getting to kind of see how things change and that kind of thing. So I kind of talk about that too. I want the boys, when they look through this, to remember, you know, those Starbucks runs, what our backyard looked like in winter, and just, you know, some of those moments through my eyes in this project. So this is a filler card from Felicity Jane, and I did some stamping and some heat embossing with some Felicity Jane stamps. And this is a pocket page, so some things will be in a pocket. On the back side here is day 3 and day 4. Day 3 was another just do nothing typical day. We're not one of those families that has 50 billion projects going all the time. We do have some fun things planned for December, but I'm not one of those Instagram moms. I don't have a pretty home. I don't have stuff that we do all the time. And so there's just down days. And so I think that a lot of you can kind of relate with that. And so for day 3, I decided to tell the story of Operation Christmas Child. And so this year, our family decided to do 2 boxes for Operation Christmas Child. We actually put those together and sent them off in November. And so I didn't have photos of the boxes, but I did still want to document since this is the first time that we've done that. So we did sign up for tracking. So we were able to see that our boxes went to the Philippines. And so when they sent us that information, there was this photo from the website of some kids from the Philippines. And so I just, in Photoshop, added that our boxes went to the Philippines. This was a card. This is actually designed by Shauna Klingerman. She designs for Illustrated Faith, but she has some card collections in the Project Life app. So I put the Project Life app on my phone, and then for 99 cents, you can purchase like cards. And then I just uploaded and printed them. It's a whole long process. I'm sure there's videos online that show you how to do that. But and then I went ahead in Photoshop and typed out just the story about, you know, the boys being excited to pick the things out to put in the box, and that we got to send them off and track and see where they went, and that kind of thing. So that was for day 3. Day 4, December 4th, is a Tuesday, and that's when we have our small group. So I wanted to document that just a little bit of information about our small group. We're at a new church. We've been there for a few months, and it's definitely an adjustment, and it's new for us, and it's a change. And so I kind of told that in the story here, just about how different it is to be settling into a new church and how we're trying to get to know people. And so I have a picture of my Bible with some of the notes that I've been taking. This here is a photo from the graphics that the church is using for this month through the sermon series we're doing. And then this was just a filler card. I found this graphic set from Creative Market, and it really matches some of the products from By the Will for God and from Illustrated Faith, and so I created some filler cards to go into there. So just simple stories, does not have to be complicated, and like I said, I'm not documenting every day. I'm sitting down every couple of days, and that way I can sit and print out photos all at once. That way I'm not wasting paper or wasting time. On the back here is day 5. Day 5 is one of those times where it was kind of a special day. We were doing something fun. My boys had a friend over from school, and we decorated these ugly Christmas sweater cookies. So I found these cookies at Walmart, and the boys and I, they all sat down. I didn't get a picture of their friend. I have a picture of their friend, but it's not going in here because I knew I was going to be sharing it with the world on the internet, and I didn't want to do that for the sake of keeping them private. But I do have a photo of their friend as well. But so I have pictures of the cookies that I did, the cookies that the boys did. I did try to make sure to put their names on there, so in the future we'll know who is who. I have a journaling card just telling a story about having their friend over. And then this here was another one of these 4 pocket inserts, and I just cut off 2 of them because I had these 2 photos of my boys actually decorating the cookies, and I wanted to include that as well. So here's a day where I had more than just a couple of photos, and so I could do, you know, a little bit more in there. This is actually a sticker from Illustrated Faith. This is some washi tape from Felicity Jane, some Felicity Jane stamps and stickers and things like that. So I am using kind of a mixture. On the back here, day 6, another just do nothing kind of day. It was just lots of work. A lot of the time my day is on the computer writing or editing or doing something like that. So this was just a moment. It's not a great photo at all. I really struggled to get a good photo. And that's kind of the fun thing about this project too, is it's really branching out my photography skills as well. I took a lot of photography classes in college and in high school, and so this has really been fun to kind of challenge some of those skills. And so this was a photo of my boys and my husband. We were all sitting together on the couch watching a movie, and that's one thing I really love about December is all of us sitting together watching movies with the Christmas lights, and it's just fun. So I'm kind of telling the story about that. Also, Aiden, my boys are 11, so they don't snuggle anymore, but the last few weeks he's been wanting to like snuggle up on the couch, and so I wanted to document that as well. So I'm just printing out my documentation on cardstock from Photoshop, adding some details like washi tape and stickers, but again, just keeping it very, very simple. There are some beautiful, complicated December daily albums out there, but that's just not going to work for me this month. Okay, so heading into day 7, I didn't want this to clash with what was going on over here because there's a lot going on over here. And so I have this acetate piece here just to kind of break things up for you. I do plan on coming back and adding some embellishments to this acetate, but I just hadn't had a chance to do that yet. So that will be kind of a breakup piece. This acetate is from Felicity Jane. Day 7 is one of my favorites. So day 7, again, was another day where we didn't have a lot going on. And so I decided to take the moment to tell a story about some of the ornaments on our tree. And so there are these pages that you can get from Felicity Jane. They're cardstock, comes in a pack with a variety of different like templates. And this one has this like flap, this fold out thing. They come all white. So what I did was I covered it with some papers from the Holly kit. Have my journaling here, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it's black and green. So there's numbered spots on here that correspond with the numbers on the photo telling about each one of those ornaments. So as you open this up, like I said, it's all white, so I went ahead and covered it with a large photo and then some more papers. And then there's these honeycomb trees from Felicity Jane. These are so awesome. You put them in the fold of a page or something like that, and then when you open it, it opens up into this 3D honeycomb tree, which is super, super cute. So to kind of go along with that, since you can't really put multiple on here because it only works in the fold, I went and got one of the tree cut files from Felicity Jane, used my Silhouette Studio to cut out some trees out of papers, and used this big bold title sticker from Felicity Jane. And then in Photoshop, I went ahead and overlaid numbers to go along with the different ornaments that I'm telling stories about. And so just kind of talking about the importance, some of the memories, just some of the feelings that I have about some of these, and something that you think that you're going to remember, you know, as years and years go on, but you probably aren't. And so it's kind of nice to have that documented. So this is one of my favorite little pages there. So then that leaves me on the back side with, you know, this was a big blank white page. And so I decided, I know I'm uploading this on the 7th. You're probably going to see it on the 7th or 8th. So I did work a little bit ahead, but I knew we weren't really going to have anything going on for that day. So for day 8, I'm documenting the ornaments that we picked out this year. So the boys and I each year go out and pick out new ornaments for the tree. Each of us get to pick one special ornament for that year. And so I do believe I documented this one of my other projects recently, but so I went ahead and blew this up to the size of this insert, used some stickers from my stash, and then I recently picked up these tag dies from scrapbook.com, and it's a set of dies that come with all these different sized tags. So using the largest one, I cut this out of some of the Merry Days paper from my Wild Hare kit this month, and then I also cut another one out with the journaling, kind of telling the story of these ornaments and why we picked them, and then of course a number 8 since it's day 8. And then the back side, of course, will have to be whatever day 9 is, or maybe a filler or something like that. So there is just a look at the first 8 days in here. You can see I'm trying to keep it fairly simple. There are some fun little details just to dress things up and make it fun, but I'm really trying not to spend too much time on these pages, and it's just more about the storytelling and the getting the photos documented and things like that. So I hope that kind of gives you guys some inspiration. I don't plan on doing very many process videos throughout this month because a lot of it's just this. It's just typing, printing, and sticking cards in pockets. It really does not have to be complicated at all. Something like this, I thought about doing a process video for, but I wasn't sure that it was going to work at the time that I was doing it. But it really is, even this is even simple. So there may be processes as I come across something fun and exciting, but for the most part, it's just sticking photos in pockets. So if you do have any questions or comments, be sure to leave those down below. Check out the description box. I will try to link to as much as I can and what is still available. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.